Hey, everybody. Welcome to our first episode of In Conversation with the BABZ.
With the BABZ.
I'm your host, Benny.
And I'm your co-host, Bonnie.
And together we are the BABZ.
Woo!
Oh, welcome, everybody, to our first episode. This is so exciting. Today we'll be talking about the following things. First up, we'll be discussing the Prince Harry and Meghan interview.
Ooh.
Yes. Next up, we'll be talking about other couples in the news, Kimye and J-Rod. Then we'll be discussing our crime story of the week. And then we're going to discuss the facts of the day with Bonnie. And we're going to finish this off with words of wisdom from moi, Benny.
Yay!
All right. Let's start this off with the interview with Prince Harry and Meghan. The interview.
Wow. Oh my God. Like, everyone is talking about it.
I know.
I opened my TikTok and all I saw was that video. And I honestly was so annoyed about it. So people who are not aware about what's going on, you're probably living under the rock. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they've moved out of London, UK, Buckingham Palace, whatever. And they were like, you know what, we're stepping down from the royal duties. And as a result, what the Crown did was take away all the luxuries and liberties they were getting. So in this interview, they basically were really mad about it, and Meghan made some pretty big accusation, and Harry supported her and also agreed with some mistreatment that happened with Meghan and their baby Archie. So, Benny, what's your take? You've recorded the interview, probably watched it a couple of times. What do you think about it?
Yes, I have. You know what? The first thing, let's talk about the first thing. She said that she did not Google him. Do you believe that?
Honestly, I do not. So she said she did not know who he was. So honestly, I think everything she says after that is true, but no one believes her because she said that.
Yeah.
Like
why would you say that?
Can't be that naive. You can't be that naive.
Like I would, hey, any normal person would Google the person if they're dating, right? You want to know what's what's happening with this person. Who are they?
Especially when you're, I totally disagree. She knew who he was.
100%.
I think she thought it would be a movie, like a Christmas movie. She was in a fairy tale. She married the prince, blah, 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 blah. And then reality hits. She's shattered.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I totally, that was the first thing. It's like, please, just be honest. But the one thing that I kind of liked whenever she was discussing that the two of them, they got married 3 days before the actual wedding that they had on TV. So they had like this secret ceremony, just the two of them, and then like their priest or whoever. So I thought that was actually kind of sweet whenever she said that.
I know people were making a fuss about it. I was like, you know what? It's their day. It's their love, and it's however they want to like celebrate their one special day. It should be all about them, and they did whatever they wanted to do. Like,
yeah, and to me that shows like true love, and that they weren't really doing it for TV. You know what I mean? That they just wanted that time, just the two of them together, to really make their vows, count and be important.
So okay, let me ask you this. So do you support Meghan and Prince Harry in this whole situation that, our privileges were taken away? Meghan was mistreated. Baby Archie, I feel bad for that kid because he's so young and he's already into this drama, this mess. So so do you support that? Do you agree? Do you believe? What's your take on that?
I don't know. I think the whole thing, like, whenever she was discussing everything in the interview, like how, um, she wasn't allowed to leave, she was silenced. I think that they made the right decision to leave and do their own thing. And, the sacrifices is that they had to, have no security, no, salary from what they call the firm or institution, which I learned in the interview.
Which
Um,
Megan probably learned when she was on the sets of Suits.
yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I think that they made the right decision for themselves, and I would imagine it was really, really tough, especially for him too, right? He's leaving his family and all that he's known.
So, I see two groups right now. One is like, "Yay, Megan, you're the queen." Yes. And there's another one that's just like, "Oh, she's being a drama queen. She's making these scenarios up and she's just trying to get fame." Now, I stand somewhere in between those two groups. I'm like, "You're right, and you're right as well."
Yeah,
So, first of all, as a person of color, I would say you should know what the monarch or the royals or the chain of their bloodline did back in the days. You can't be like, "Oh, I don't know what they did." They went to countries, they ruled those countries, and they promoted slavery, right? They were pro-slavery, they were killing people in other countries. They did all that. So you should know they are born to rule. They don't just feel superior, they are superior,
mhm,
right? They will have that attitude. It might take another 20, 50 years for their culture and their own family to change, but that's who they are, right? So she said, "Oh, Harry asked me if you know how to curtsy the queen." How dumb can you be that you don't know that you have to curtsy the queen? She's the queen first, and then she's a mother, a wife, a sister or daughter, whatever,
yeah,
right? And then if you can't do all that shit, if it bumps you out that much, back off. Then
yeah,
okay, fine. You know what? She's in love. She's like, "I'll marry this guy." Whatever. Then you didn't do your research. You like just went into it blindly,
yeah,
and then I feel she's getting what she deserved, but it's kind of mean to say, but it's like, and it should be a lesson for all the women out there. Like, she's like, "Oh, I quit my career, blah, blah, blah."
mm,
Like, why?
I know.
You
I
are
that I
always
totally agree.
promoting,
Yeah,
like, you're always promoting feminism, giving
yep,
all these speeches. Why? Why did you leave your individuality?
yeah, and I think
And
that's
on
what she
this point,
yeah, and that's what she brought up too, is like she was silenced, like, 'cause I was always, a feminist, and then all of a sudden I'm silent, it's
how, yeah.
they
And
just took
even
control.
today, I want her to stop all whatever she's doing. Like go on your, like, she was on Deal or No Deal. Like,
Oh,
talk
that's
about
right.
feminism. That show is all about putting on a sexy dress, smiling, and opening suitcases. She did that. You know why? Because she wanted an actress. She finally landed a role on Suits. Honestly, she wasn't that, like, incredible in the show. There were other amazing female actresses.
Yeah,
Donna, and I forgot the name, the woman who played the boss for Harvey. Anyways, but there were other women who were incredible, right? She just landed on a very famous show. Maybe she could have gotten more films or TV shows. I don't know. But she left all that and then she went into this marriage, which she knew she'll have to do royal duties, this and that. Like, even now, you know what? Why don't you go on auditions and see if you can bag a role
yeah,
and ace it and make
yeah,
a name for yourself? Do
yeah,
that. Be the person you always wanted to be, an actress.
yeah.
Do it.
No, I totally agree with you.
Apparently, you told me that. So you told me they have signed up a deal with Netflix.
I believe so. That's what I heard. So I don't know if that's 100% or not.
I heard that too. Apparently, it's like 200 million, something numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think people hyped it up too much. You know what, people? You're still living paycheck to paycheck. Calm the fuck down. Like, they're sitting on millions. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's what in-laws are all about. We're both married and we know this. we've, we've probably been Meghan Markle in our own stories at some point. Like, I want to leave this house right now and never come back.
But on another note, whenever Oprah was discussing with Megan, when she said that she did not want to be alive anymore, that was her breaking point. And whenever she told Prince Harry, and then she went to the institution for help, and she was denied.
Yeah,
Like,
and apparently that royals preach a lot, like mental health, mental health.
yeah,
You know what? I believe 100% she was mistreated. People
yes.
were being racist to her. But you know what? Oh my God, that reminds me. You know what? Why that reminds me that Rihanna is the real queen in this situation. So apparently there were dating rumors back in the days between Rihanna and Prince Harry. I don't know if it's true
Oh,
because
really? I never
neither
heard
of
that.
them. Yeah, so none of them actually denied or confirmed the news. But anyhow, I feel that they were dating, and then when things started getting real, obviously the royal security was around and this and that, and Rihanna was like, you know what, this is too much. Like, this shit is not working. I'm out.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah,
So like that's yeah, that's what happened there.
yeah.
But
No, but I honestly, I believed whenever she was saying that she went to them for help, and they just denied
yeah,
her. Like, "No, there is no help." And then she said she went to HR. I didn't even know that there was an HR in the institution or the firm, and they said they can't do anything for her.
yeah. But that's another thing people don't understand. It is an institution because you know what?
Mhm.
These Commonwealth countries, they want the royals to be there because they get the security and all the leverage over other countries because the royals exist,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And then all the tourism that they bring around in London, all the diamonds and artwork they have in their museums. So there are certain people that want them to be there because it advantages them, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
And I think they were worried from the get-go because Harry was always the wild child in the family, and
mhm.
and and him marrying Meghan was like adding gasoline to fire because they knew it was going to explode at some point. And I think they tried to suppress her too much to a point
Mhm.
where she's like, you know what, I want to just die
Yeah. It's so
rather than
sad.
being in this family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sad, but I don't know what she was expecting.
Yeah,
But that,
I do get that,
yeah,
but I mean, if it's gotten this bad, I I am really impressed with Prince Harry being able to be there for her, be on her side, and help her through this regardless. You know what I
that
mean?
is true.
And,
Yeah,
he pulled them out, her and her son, because he was saying that he didn't want history repeating itself, meaning, his having his
yeah,
mother's situation because he's seen it going down that road. And
yeah. That,
another thing that she was talking about is she said that she didn't leave the house for, like, months, and she goes, "The tabloid news was still, like, every day there was something," and she goes, "I didn't even know where they're getting all these stories from." She goes, "I wasn't even going
yeah,
out." It's like,
yeah.
I couldn't even imagine, you know, that at
That
all.
part really touched my heart when he's like, I can't believe that my mother had to go through all this
Yeah.
and she was by her, like
Alone.
she was alone.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's so true. Like,
Yeah. Your heart kinda
it made
broke.
me, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, I honestly think, like, I think Megan kind of knew everything that was gonna happen. Like, it just, it's just such a gray area. Like, we're
Yeah.
all in. Like, we want to believe her. It's just like I don't know what she was
Yeah.
expecting.
But she was saying also that she said that they said that they were gonna take care of her type of thing. So she just assumed they would and protect her. But she said she went
Oh
in there
my
very
God.
naively. And, honestly, if I was in her position, I would have said, "Okay, yeah, no, that's great," But they never did.
But Benny, so here's the thing, right? I don't know I can say this, but you're white.
Spell.
You'll be like, they're my people, they're protect me. I
Yeah.
get it. But honestly, this is a family that has been for generations known to not include other bloodlines. They're like, they would get married, like they'll marry like their cousin or something to
Yeah.
keep the bloodline pure or whatever. And all of a sudden, this entirely different race come in, and you think they're gonna welcome
You
her
would
with
think
open arms?
you would think at this time, they should have. This would have been a great opportunity, you know,
You
to
would
show a little
think, but
diversity.
this is generations of racism passed down. That's why I said it might take another 50 years for
Yeah.
them to
Sad.
normalize everything. You know what I think would have been the right thing? That Prince Harry should have left the royals before marrying
Yeah.
Meghan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Like, either you treat her with respect, then we'll see you on Christmas, or bye.
Yeah. Because he was saying that he felt trapped whenever he was doing it. And Oprah was like, you know, how can you feel trapped? You're always, smiling and shaking hands and kissing babies. And he goes, that's my job. He goes, whenever I'm out, I'm on. So regardless, I'm going to, I have to do my job. And that's part of my job. So he goes, I did feel trapped.
But see, Harry's not the only one that has a twisted family. Like, Meghan's family, like, I think all the drama started more because of her family. Remember during the wedding time? Oh my God.
Poor thing.
Her dad, her sister.
Yes.
Imagine your own family, like, saying stuff about you, giving opportunity to other people to talk about you because your own dad is like, oh yeah, she's like a gold digger or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine.
I really felt bad for her. Like, on her wedding, it was just her mom.
Yeah.
And no one else.
Yeah. Yeah. But
then crazy. She invited a whole bunch of like random, like Oprah was there. Did she know Oprah? Why was she there on the wedding?
She must have known her. Being an actress and everything, I'm sure that she would come across. I don't know.
Oprah and Beyonce could care less about Meghan Markle. They wouldn't give a shit about her if she was not married to Prince Harry.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Oprah, did you hear how much she got paid for this interview?
Oh my God. Don't tell me. I have bills to pay. Don't tell me.
I saw, and I don't know if this is correct. She got paid $7 to $9 million for the interview.
Probably more than that. She's not doing us because of tax reasons.
Could you imagine?
I believe that, and she's making more money going to other interviews now.
Yeah. Hey, they could have paid me like $1 million. I would have totally done it for them. Save them a few.
Sure.
Oh my God. Yeah, let's move on to something a little different here.
In case. So I don't. I'm sorry, Benny. They didn't ask you to interview them, but do you want to congratulate them? They're pregnant again.
Oh, I know, with a little girl.
In case they're listening, they're like, oh my God.
Well, congratulations. Call me.
You never know, right?
Right, exactly.
They have nothing else to do right now. Just browsing through different podcasts.
Yeah. Hey. Why not?
Harry, babe, they're talking about us.
Oh, let's move this along. Let's talk about some Kimye.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes. Yes, we do.
I hate Kardashians. I hate them. So, people, I think people are happy because, oh my God, they were posting too many vacation pictures and too many diamonds. Like, yeah, people are probably happy. Like, yeah, fuck you, bitches, suffer. But if you don't know, they've been married for a couple of times. They had a grand proposal in a stadium with fireworks, music, and the entire family there. They have 4 kids. And apparently the trouble in paradise been happening like for past 2 years, but Kim finally filed for divorce. And yeah, what do you want to talk about it? Let's just talk about it real quick and get over with it.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I was really sad whenever I seen it. You kind of seen it coming, but still, it's like you felt like kind of bad. It's like, oh, you'd hate to see anybody's marriage break up or anything like that. But I think it's for the best for both, just to kind of move on at this point. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what was she? She's like, Kanye was always Kanye. I don't know what she was expecting, why she's shocked by the way that he's behaving.
Yeah.
Kanye was always Kanye. You knew what kind of man you're marrying.
Yeah.
Dumb, stupid bitch. I don't like Kardashians. You can tell.
Yeah, let's just move it on.
But honestly,
yeah.
She so remember. So he was in the presidential race.
Oh my God.
And then in one of her, I think he did a rally and he did a speech and he said he didn't want North, but Kim had her anyways. First of all, oh my God, that kid is scarred for life that, oh my God, my dad didn't want me. Anyways, but then how do you marry the guy who didn't want to have the kid that you, like, how do you go past that conversation? Like I don't know. And Kanye was always twisted. He had domestic violence reports with Amber, I think.
Oh yeah.
He said he would hit her or something. And then he sabotaged Taylor Swift's speech when she got the award. Like, he was always a kind of a narcissist.
Yeah.
And he's bipolar, so he had mental health issues all the time. So we knew that. So you know what? Marrying him was a complicated marriage from the get-go. So she knew all that. And now I think now was the time when he needed the most support, because he's off his med and he said it was affecting, he was not able to make music or anything, and it felt wrong, like taking the medication. So I think he needed her the most now. And she's like, yeah, I'm done with your tantrums.
Yeah. And I don't know if quarantine had anything to do with it either, just being maybe together
all the
24/7 might have been a little bit too much for both of them.
Yeah,
I could totally see that happening.
Yeah. Anyways, move on.
Yeah, let's move on. I was trying to move on for your sake.
Yeah.
Let's talk about J-Rod, fresh in the news. So I gotta say,
you know what? That's not fresh. Everybody knew. Everybody knew they were gonna break up at some point. They were just waiting for the news to come out. They knew. Everyone knows.
That just
once a cheater, always a cheater.
Okay, can I ask you something? Why? Can I ask you something? Who would cheat on Jennifer Lopez? Like, come on.
Moments like this, you stop having faith in love, and you're like this. And honestly, you know what? J-Lo just looks good on camera. Maybe in person she's not. I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad, but
I mean, yeah.
But you have to understand, he's J-Rod too, and J-Lo's not the only beautiful woman on earth. He has access to more beautiful women.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, that's true. But still, it was like, it's like, really. But apparently, I just read that they're not splitting, they're just taking a break. And they might be trying to fix things, air quotes. So, let's see how this all plays out.
Why they're doing that? They're probably, I think they have they bought something together. This is what rich people do. And now they're probably fighting for, so maybe they have a property together, which is like $1 gazillion. So if they split, they have to either sell off that property. So maybe they want to deal with that first before making the news.
Yeah.
Like,
who knows?
I
But
honestly never liked her, but I liked her when
really?
she was married to, yeah. Apparently, her music's not her music. She's stolen it throughout her career, and then she's not a nice person in reality. But I liked her when she was married to the Mark guy, her
Oh, Mark
husband
Anthony.
name. Yeah, it felt like she was actually in love and everything looked genuine.
Yeah.
But after that, I'm like, yeah, okay, fine.
I'm still a fan. Yeah. I guess we'll find out and see what happens with this here. So
Yeah.
we'll just kind of move this along. Let's talk about crime story of the week.
Yes, it's quite a crime story we have. It's a story about a woman turning into an escort, turning into a housewife, turning into a woman trying to kill her husband. It's a very famous story. If you haven't heard about it, it's about Dalia Dippalito. So what happened? I think it's a Florida story, and this is back in 2009, when Michael Dippalito, he was an entrepreneur, and he was married at the time, and his wife was away, and he's like, I'm kind of bored. Let's hire an escort. He did, and
worst mistake
I
of his
wonder what
life.
trick. I wonder what tricks she did. Anyways, 2 months after that, he filed for divorce with his wife at that time. And then he later married Dalia. And you know what? Everything was fine. They were married for 6 months. And finally, she was calling her ex-boyfriend to see if they can hire a hitman to kill Michael. Now, shout out and round of applause to this ex-boyfriend who didn't fall for this shit and went straight up to the cops and explained everything. And I don't know if cops are allowed to do this. They were like, yeah, let's do a sting operation around this woman. So they planned everything. They had a fellow officer who acted as a hitman, and they had a meeting in a car, and they finalized everything. And on the day off, she was away, and then the cops called her, and they're like, oh yeah, someone shot your husband. And she was on site. There's a video recording. If you haven't seen it, go on YouTube. We'll post it on our page as well. An Oscar-winning performance put out by Dalia Dippalito. She's crying. She's so upset, but little does she know, it's all a bluff. Now, you've researched the story. Benny, what do you think about it?
Oh my God. I just like, okay, first off, where the hell would you find a hitman for hire? Where would you go? Like, how would you even find
You tell
that?
me when you find one.
It's like, how would you even, like, I don't even understand that part. Yeah, it was just crazy.
Why would you hire a hitman? Like, you have a really nice marriage, and if you claim that he's abusing you or whatever, like, get a divorce.
Yeah.
And by the time she somehow already had the house that he owned, she had it transferred under her name. So she had the house. She could have totally filed for divorce and gotten rid of him. But
and apparently I heard too that he gave her like 100,000 to wire to his lawyer for restitution, but apparently she never did and kept the money.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all about the money. It's like
hiring a hitman was an easier way for her to get money. Like,
yeah, must have been. Yeah, it's just
you can
crazy.
tell something was wrong with her.
Yeah. I couldn't believe the acting skills coming from this woman, especially whenever you've seen the video in the police station. She's like, oh my God. When she saw him standing there, it's like, oh my God. You can see her eyes. It's like, what is going on here? Oh my God.
Exactly.
It's like, wow. It's like, I couldn't even believe it. She just goes, come here to him. And he's like, I don't think so. It's like, no, not happening.
Oh my God, that audio recording too. She's like, I know what you saw. I know what you heard. It's not true.
Oh
I'm
my
telling you,
God.
it's not true. Like,
Oh, yeah, exactly.
but
So
you know what's more bizarre?
what's that?
Her lawyers.
Oh,
Her
dude.
lawyers.
Yes. Oh, that just blows my mind.
Yeah,
So
they were like, oh, they were into role playing.
yeah, well,
And they did all that.
her defense was saying, "Oh, it's a hoax. They just wanted to be on reality TV. This is, he was in on it, and so on and so forth." It's like, oh my God, is this actually working? It's like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I just like, that's her defense. Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh,
It looked, even when the, like, it's just bizarre, like all the planning she did. And it's more bizarre that the cops did the planning. Like, it was just weird. Like,
yeah.
they were all acting as just the trap they set up for her.
That
But
was almost a reality show in itself right there.
that
Right?
was. And I am surprised that the cops were able to, like, hold their composure when she was crying. Like, I would be laughing my ass off in the
Oh my,
background,
yeah,
like,
me
this
too.
lady. That's why we don't get
Oh,
an extra role in
yeah.
anything. We can't. We would just be laughing in the background.
Eyes rolling. It's like head shaking. I was like, oh my God.
Exactly.
Uh,
But recently it was announced that it was in 2019, I think, and she was pregnant.
ugh. And
How
not
did
by
she
him,
get?
obviously.
No, not by it. So Michael already found another chick and he's moved on with his life apparently. Um, but she was in jail this entire time, and
Yeah.
then she got pregnant. And I
I,
don't understand how she got pregnant when she was in jail.
I think she was on house arrest for a bit. And I think that's where it happened. Because they did an interview with her in her home and she was under house arrest. So,
Oh, but
yeah.
anyways, she was talking to her boyfriend, who got her pregnant,
Mhm.
and she was telling him that, oh, there are drones. People use drones to fly into jails to pass on, like, weapons or drugs, and then that audio clip was used um by the prosecutor, saying that, oh, she's planning to get out of the jail, or like, and if she does, then she'll be harmful. They're telling that she's totally like a psychopath.
Yeah.
And then the court kind of believed it, and so she can't appeal for anything, and then she'll stay in jail until 2032, so she'll spend her entire term in jail.
Hmm. Interesting.
Which I feel sad. I mean, she's spending all these years. I mean, she did a conspiracy. I get it, but she didn't
I don't,
actually kill someone.
I do not feel sad for her. Sorry.
What?
Hey, you know
I
what? The
just,
next guy, she might be successful. Who knows, right?
I just feel bad. Like, she didn't kill anyone, and she's spending all these years in jail. Like,
Yeah. I don't feel bad at all.
like, the plan didn't work. Everyone's safe and sound. Like, fine. Just give me like a tap on the shoulder. I
Yeah.
get it. It's bad to kill people. I'll not do it again.
Yeah. Lesson learned.
How about a verbal warning?
Oh,
But man,
yeah.
she had confidence. That audio clip just cracks me. I know. But anyways, that was a fun story we
Yeah.
had. Women, don't try to kill your husband. Get a
Exactly.
divorce.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it the right way for the love of
Yeah,
God.
just like Kim Kardashian. She's choosing divorcing Kanye than killing him.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. That was a good crime story for sure. I enjoyed researching that one.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
And now we come to our segment. Did you know fact by
What?
it's a don't even ask me how I got to this point where I got to know this information, because yeah, don't think about that. But anyways, it's a weird fact. But in the 1900s, people in the US could send their kids anywhere via mail. Now you know. What? And he's looking at me like,
Is that like legit?
Yeah, it's legit. You can Google it. It was a legit thing. It was basically like, oh, you can send your kids to grandparents.
How would you send them?
Box it up. Put them in a box.
Oh my God.
With some cookies.
Give them cookies and chips and a bottle of water and off they go?
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
This is a true fact. Like, I'm not making this up.
Oh
Look
my
it up.
God. Okay, that is really interesting.
I don't know why they stopped it. I would love to send kids to, I don't know, like you open your door and there's like a baby, like
Yeah. Just magically appear from nowhere.
Yeah.
Hey, hello. Oh my God. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind shipping myself somewhere. It'd be somewhere tropical, let me tell you. It'd be a lot cheaper than flying and
with no return mail address. Like, just keep me.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
So next up, we're gonna have our next segment called Words of Wisdom with me, Bonnie.
And I'll give you a little music for it.
So magical.
Okay, that's all you get from me.
So my words of wisdom this week is the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
Wow.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay.
I figured that would be very fitting being our podcast journey.
I'm kind of offended that you said that. What if I don't want to leave my bed? I don't want to take that one fucking step.
Well, you know what?
About my other 1,000 steps?
It's up to you, but at some point you're going to make that one step. Just saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. I need to put that on my forehead so that I see that every morning when I brush my teeth.
Yeah.
And be like, take.
I'll just send you a message, just reminding you.
But then I take that one step, and I get to. Yeah. Word of wisdom. You need to tell me, what do I do after that?
Well, you'll know what to do after that. You take your next step.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
That's a word of wisdom. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Never thought of that. Wow.
Oh yeah, it's just that easy.
Yeah. Wow, you're so smart.
I know. Some days I am. Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, that's a wrap, guys. That's our podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed tuning in, and I hope you guys tune in every Tuesday, because we will be posting a podcast every Tuesday.
Yay.
Yeah, if you're not following us already on Instagram, please do. We appreciate each like, each comment, and each DM. Yes. And we'll post this podcast on YouTube. So make sure you go and subscribe to our channel, the OG BABZ.
Yeah.
And we've recently joined the Facebook team. That is something new for us. So if you haven't, go join us on Facebook, like and comment and share there as well.
Yes, please.
We appreciate you guys. And until next Tuesday, take care and lots of love.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.